Hello, you are welcome. In this class, we want to look at the solution to the just concluded Mathematics Waec, that is 2024 Waec, which is West Africa examination. And then we are solving for number 1 here. And the question says multiply 3.4 times 10 to the power minus 5 by 7.1 times 10 to the power 8 and leave the answer in standard form. So what we are given, which is 3.4 times 10 raised to the power minus 5, then you have to multiply it by 7.1 times 10 raised to the power 8. From here, we can separate this, multiply it, and also separate this and multiply it. And from here, we have 3.4 times 7.1. Then we now multiply by 10 raised to the power minus 5, then times 10 raised to the power 8. So very, simple step here. From this place, we can press our calculator from there and multiply. And from here we have 3.4 times 7.1. That gives us 24.14. Then times here, this is simply, the same base here. That's 10 raised to the power minus 5, then plus 8. And minus 5 plus 8, that's just, 3. So this is 24.14 times 10 raised to the power 3. And yet, it's not yet in standard form. Now, to write this in standard form, these numbers has to be, between 1 and 10. So we have 2.4 now. Then 14 times 10 raised to the power 1 here. Then also times 10 raised to the power 3. Because here we shifted it just 1, so that's times 10 raised to the power 1. And from here, also we have this is 2.414 times 10 raised to the power 4. And when we check the correct option here, from the question given, we discover this 4 in option C here. So we have the correct option as option C, which is 2.414 times 10 raised to the power 4. So that is that. Then the second question goes thus. Said, given that set P is such that 1 is less than equals to P less than equals to 20, that is, we are given the set P, between 1 and 20, 1 is not included, and also 20 is not included. And where P is an integer, and also R is a set whereby R is in between 0 and 25, and R is a multiple of 4. Now we have to find P intersection R. So from here, when we look at this and we list out what we are given, from here, when we write it out, we have P. We can list the set P, and P will be from 1 to 20 and not inclusive. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on. We have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, then 19, since 20 is not inclusive. So that's set P. And the set R is a multiple of, 4 in between 0 and 25. So set R now is giving us, so the first one will be 4. Then we have 8. We have 12. We have 16. We have 20. and we have 24. So in between 0 and 25. So these are the multiples of 4. Then, now, the question says we should find P intersection R. That's what we are asked to find. So P intersection R here now, what is common between, P and R? We have 4 common. Then we have 4. Then 8 is common. So we have 8. Then 12 is common. We have 12. Then 16 common. You have 16. Then what else? So that's, I think that's all. So we have 4, 8, 12, and 16. So that's, P intersection R. And when we look at the correct option from here, we discover that the correct option here is option B. So that's that. Then, also from here, number 3, it said, the first term of an arithmetic progression, AP, is 2, and the last term is 29. Find the common difference. Okay, sorry, if the common difference is 3, how many terms are in the AP? From here, state out what is given. First term in an AP is denoted as A, and we are given that to be 2. And last term in an AP is given as Tn, and Tn is something as A plus n minus 1 times D. And this is last term, and we are given that to be 29. And they say if the common difference D. Now, common difference here is D, and we are also given that to be 3. And the question says find the number of terms in the AP. So how many terms are in the AP? That is n we are looking for. So when we make this substitution from here, so we can say A here is simply 2. That's 2 plus now n minus 1 bracket. We have 3, and is equals to 29. And when you solve from here, you can, do it the way you want it. And from here, you open this bracket. If you like, you take this, here, but you can do this first. That's 2 plus 3n, then minus 3 equals to 29. And we have 2 minus 3 here, that's minus 1. That's 3n minus 1 equals to 29. And from here, you can take minus 1 here. So that will be plus. So that's 3n equals to 30 now. So when you divide both sides by 3 from here, so n will be equals to 10. So the number of 10 now here in this AP will be 10. And when you look at this from the correct option here, we discover that that's option C from here. So we have option C correct. And the next question, which is question 4 here, says, we should express in index form what we are given here, which is log x to base A plus log y to base A, and is equals to 3. Now, from here, when we have something like this, what is given, which is log x base A, so this is x, please. So we have log x base A plus log y base A, which is equals to 3. From the law of logarithm, we can bring this together first as, a single log. And this will now be log xy base A. So products of two log like this is what we separate like this, and equals to 3 from here. And this is simply can be written as index form, which the question asks us to do. And this xy here now will then be equals to A now raised to power 3. So that's how to change from logarithm form to index form. The base will still serve as the base in the index form. So, and what we have on the right here will be the power. So this is what we have. And when we check the correct option on this question number 4 here now, we discover that the correct option here is option D, which is x y equals to a raised to power 3. So next we have number 5, and the question says simplify into bracket 2p minus q raised to power 2 minus, into bracket p plus q raised to power 2. This is simply difference of two squares. So what we are given here, let me write it out from here. So what we are given, which is into bracket 2p minus q all square, then minus into bracket p plus q all square. So this follows difference of two squares. That is, whenever we have a square minus b square, we can express it as into bracket a plus b, then times a minus b. That is the sum. We sum the two, then times we subtract. Then from here now, we can then see that this will now become into bracket 2p minus q, then plus p plus q. That's the sum. Then the difference now, that's into bracket 2p minus q, then minus this will now be p plus q, then close bracket. So from here, minus q plus q cancel out, then 2p minus p, that's simply p, then to bracket here minus open bracket, we can say this is 2p minus q, then minus p minus q. And also from here now we have 2p minus p, that's just p, so we have p into bracket p, then minus q minus 2q. And from what we have there, that's what we have in this bracket. But sorry please, looking at this place, q cancel out, but what we have here is 2p plus p, that's 3p. Sorry about that. So that's 3p here. So we have 3p into bracket p minus 2q, and that's the simplified form of what we are given. Then when we check in the option, we discover that the correct option here to this problem is option A from here, which is 3p into bracket p minus 2q. Then question number 6, we have if we have into bracket 3 minus 4 root 2, then into bracket 1 plus 3 root 2, and is equals to a plus b root 2. Find the value of b here. So here, from what we are given, which is this, then we have to find the value of b if we express this in this format. Then we can open the bracket here. 3 will multiply first. So 3 times 1, that's 3. Then plus 3 times 3 root 2, that's 9 root 2. Now, also we use minus 4 root 2 to open. So minus 4 root 2 times 1, that's still minus 4 root 2. Then minus 4 root 2 times this will give us minus 12 times 2, that's minus 24. Because 4 times 3 is 12, then root 2 times root 2, that's 2. 2 times 12, that's 24. And is equals to a plus b root 2. Now let's make this to look like this. Now from here, what we have here, that is 3 minus 24, that gives us minus 21. Then we have 9 root 2 minus 4 root 2 there, that's simply plus 5 root 2. And when we compare it with a plus b root 2 here, from here we can see that the coefficient of root 2 here is b, and the coefficient of root 2 here is 5, and therefore b here is same thing as 5. And when we check the correct option here from what we are given, the correct option there is option A, which is 5. Now question 7, we said find the time for which 1250 we amount to $2,031.25. So at 12.5% per annum simple interest. Now, here we should identify what we are given. Now, this 1,250 from simple interest, that will be the principal. So we have the principal here, same thing as $1,250. Then, and here we are given the amount. So that we amount to, that's $2,031.25. So the amount here is same thing as the future value. That's $2,031.25 from here. So this is the amount in dollar. Then now decide at 12.5% per annum simple interest. That means interest rate here is 12.5%. Now that we have identified what we are given, now we can relate this. We should understand that amount formula will give us A equals to principal plus interest. So principal plus interest. That means we can get the interest by subtracting the principal from the amount. So interest will now be equal to amount minus principal. So when we subtract this now, that is, we have 2,031.25 minus 1,250. So this interest gives us $781, then 25 cents here. So we have interest here now. Then don't forget the interest formula is PRT. So we have PRT. We should not forget that R is in percentage. Then the question asks us to find the time. We are finding T now. So easily now we can make T the subject, and when we divide both sides by PR, T here will now be equals to I over PR. And what's our I? We already have it as 781.25. So T will now be equals to 781.25 divided by P times R. And principal is 1,250, then times R there is 12.5%. So when we put that one in percentage, 12.5 divided by 100, so that gives us times 0.125. Then, so time now, same thing as 781.25 divided by, we can multiply this. So this times 1,250, and this gives us 156.25. So when we divide this now, T will then give us, so 781 now, 0.25 divided by 156.25, and that gives us 5. So T here simply is 5 years. Now when we check the option on what we have, in number 7, the correct option there is, of course, option D, which is 5 years from there. Now, number 8, we have if log 2x minus 1 to base 3 equals to 5, find the value of x. From here, this what is given from logarithm form to index form, that is when we have log x base a equals to n, so we can write this in index form, that x will now be equals to a raised to power n. So now using this relationship here, so we can say that here 2x minus 1 will now be equals to 3 raised to power 5. Then we have 2x minus 1 equals to 3 raised to power 5 means 3 multiply itself 5 times, which is 243. Then we take minus 1 here, become plus. So we have 2x equals to 244 here now. Divide both sides by 2. Then x here will give us 122. So we have the value of x here to be 122. And when we check from the correct option here, and we discover that the correct option here is option D. In question 9, we have the population of a town increases by 3% every year. In the year 2000, the population was 3,000. Find the population in the year 2003. Now, the time interval from 2000 to 2003, that's of course 3 years. So now, each year we have 3% increase. So, increase for the first year will be 3,000 plus 3% of 3,000. And we have 3,000 now times 3%. That gives us 90. So, when we sum it, that means 3,000 plus 90, that's 3,090. That's for the first year. Now, second year as well, the increment is also 3%. And when we take the 3% of 3,090 and we add it to it, so that we have, for the first year, we already have, with the increase now, we have 3,090. Then second year, this is first year. Then for second year now, this is first year, second year, that is this, the population will be 3,090 plus, 3% of this, and 3% of 3,090, that gives us, we just multiply it by 0.03, that gives us 92.7. So when we sum this with 3,090, so this gives us 3,182.7. So we have that. Then also the third year now, this will also increase by 3%. So the third also will imply 3,182.7 plus the 3% of that, and 3% of this also will multiply by 0.03. So, and which is 95.481. And when we sum this from here, that gives us, that's plus 3,182.7 now. And this gives us, 3,278.181. And then, that means when we look at this, to the nearest, 1,000 from here, to the nearest whole number, that's 3,278. And when we check the correct option here, we have option B as the correct, option for this given problem. Number 10, we have a trader gave a change of 540 instead of 570 naira to a customer. Calculate percentage error. Now, percentage error formula, the error over the actual times 100%. So when we have the percentage error, we use the formula error over the actual, value, then times 100%. And looking at this problem now, a trader gave a change of this instead of this. So the actual value, the actual change is supposed to give is 570. Then the error there is the, that's absolute error. That's 570 minus 540, which is of course 30 naira. So that's 30 now over 570 now, which is actual, then times 100%. And when we solve this from here, this gives us, from here we have 30 in 570, that's 19, that's 1 over 19 here, then times 100%, and 19 will go in 100 here, that's 5 times. 5 times 19 is 95, and the remaining 5. So here we now have 5 whole number, 5 over 19%. And when we check the option from there, the correct option here is option A. And let's be stopping here for today at number 10. I hope you have gained 1 or 2 things from this particular problem. Please share this video to as many people in your contact list. Also, don't forget to give a thumbs up. And if you have a support for this channel one way or the other, you can please, let it out. Then put your comment in your comment section. Give a thumbs up. Thank you. See you next class and bye for now.